You don't need any. You could have a block, you could have a stack of books, you could have a pillow. I've rolled mine up. You could also roll up a towel. You could sit on a ball, a cushion, basically anything that is gonna give you some feedback into your pelvic floor. You're also welcome to just sit and sit on your hands. I'm gonna use a rolled up pillow here for me as I come in and I really feel that pelvic floor seated down on the pillow. And I want you to put your pelvis in alignment just to make sure that you're not sitting with your tailbone tucked under or poking it too far back. You feel those sits bones nice and even underneath your body. Think of your vertebrae, think of the shoulders, ribs on top of the hips. And we're just going to do some pelvic floor activations. Now remember, it's important that we feel front, middle, and back. You should take that tester video to see where you need to do a little more of this work versus not. If you're tighter in the front, maybe you want to focus more on the back, vice versa. And please remember the importance of relaxing. We're gonna start with some elevators or some on, off. I'm gonna basically like red light, green light. Remember that came from childhood. I'm gonna tell you on, we're gonna go into a pelvic floor lift and activation. And then when I say off, I want you to turn it off. Don't skip the off. A healthy pelvic floor is one that has that full range of motion of contract and relax. And if you're just sitting and doing a million kegels, you're going to eventually break that muscle down and cause dysfunction in the same way that you would feel if it was too weak and you didn't have any muscle activation there. So on and off, red light, green light, whatever you want to call it here. Find that posture. Take an inhale, fill your ribs and belly. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor. This is going to be on. Off. You fill your ribs and belly. You feel that air go all the way down to the bottom of the pelvic floor. On. Off. On. Off. On. Off. Now you've noticed I brought my hands to my lower abdominals because what I'm starting to do is put that brain-body connection together, and I'm realizing that as I lift that pelvic floor, I'm feeling that deep core activation. I'm feeling that place from hip bone to hip bone starting to pull back because I know that those deep pelvic floor muscles are connected to my inner core. So you can start to put your hands there as well just to get that feedback in your body. Let's go a little faster. On, off, on, off. Green light, red light, on, and off. Good, that's a prep work for some pistons. A piston is that quick jump, wrap the core, and then you release it on your inhale. Let's go ahead and take 5 pistons. Inhale, let go. Give your booty a little wiggle here. Relax those pelvic floor muscles. Take that one more time. Piston on the exhale. And inhale, release. And now we're gonna head into some elevators. So if we've got a 3-story building, we've got the basement, the ground floor, and the top floor. We're gonna start down in the basement. So I want you to feel those pelvic floor muscles fully relaxed. We're gonna exhale and we're just gonna ride the elevator up to that ground floor. A little bit of activation. And then we're gonna hold on that first floor. And we are gonna exhale and we're gonna take this all the way up to that top floor, maybe even up to the roof. So go to your max strength with those pelvic floor muscles, lifting, checking in to make sure that you're stopping the flow of urine and stopping yourself from passing gas. And then don't do a full release yet, just lower it back down to that top floor, ground floor, and then all the way back down to the basement. Let's take that again. We're in the basement, fully relaxed, no activation. Exhale, just a gentle lift up to that ground floor. Lift it up to that second floor. Take it all the way up to the roof of your building. front, middle, and back is trying to equally activate, and then lower it down to that second floor, down to the ground floor, and then down into the basement again. One more time. Full release, fill the ribs and belly, exhale, ground floor, little bit of activation. Go a little bit deeper, second floor, and then all the way up to the ceiling or up to the roof. Gently let it down, back to the ground floor, and back to the basement. Great. All right, so we've gone through 3 exercises that you can do for your pelvic floor, trying to feel that full range of motion on and off. And then what we're gonna do is toss this out of the way and just take a little stretch for our pelvic floor by opening up the knees, coming into a child's pose, thinking of that full release. And then I want you to walk your hands over to one side, sit down or back into that opposite hip. And then you can walk them over to the other side. From this position, I'm gonna come up onto all fours and just bring one leg forward. Feel that stretch to the inner thigh, getting into this right side of the pelvic floor. Really feel it release and let go. Once you've taken a few breaths here, bring the other leg forward. Same thing, stretching that inner thigh, thinking about the left side of your pelvic floor, lengthening. Trying to keep those muscles turned off, and then bring yourself down, soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides, sits bones down, head, chest lifted to bring yourself forward. And feel that stretch here through the inner thighs, and imagine those pelvic floor muscles lengthening and releasing.